Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today is yet another review of some more Night Models figures, funnily enough. And as you can see before you, we've got Batman, and it's from the Batman miniature game. And it's the Ben Affleck version of Batman. And as you can see here, his costume's quite bulky. And it reminds me a bit like the Flash, if not so much bulky, but with all these little raised edges to the costume, and it's more of like got a lot more brown tints into the black. So that's our figure. Now it's a one-piece figure. Here we go, resin again. Let me see if we can. Here we go, sorry for the quick jump into hyperspace. Yeah, you can see it's a really bulky character, which I thought for some of the figures I'm doing at the moment, I've not actually ever done a Batman figure, so he came at the right price, just about. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. Now this resin, I believe this is when they first went over to resin, and a lot of the figures they were doing, I saw different people's video reviews of the first ones that come out, and they're saying, well, they tended to be, you know, just this I don't know what you'd say really, like just a stoic standing look, rather than the Batgirl figure which I showed the other week, which has come along later and is more dynamic. But I don't know, I still really like it. The resin seems different. It seems almost like a plastic. It's not, it's resin, but if you noticed the review of the Batgirl, I wasn't massively impressed with some of the casting on that. Not the actual details or anything like that. It was just quite patchy, where this one is really nice. It's you know, there's apart from obviously your usual bits of plugs on the end there, it's a really nice resin. There's not a great deal to clean off there. There'll be the odd bit, obviously. You can see tiny mould lines. Now the one thing you've always got to be careful of, this one isn't so bad because it's quite chunky, but the raised details that they have on. I remember when I did the Flash, or was it 18 months ago? That was really difficult because, again, not knowing the intricacies of the superheroes. I was always worried I was cleaning off what I thought was a mould line. It was one of these raised ridges. So yeah, you just got. It's not so bad on here. It's you know, it hasn't got so many, but and obviously because you've got these like striations in the actual costume itself, you've got to be just. It's a good job there isn't any mould lines or nasty bits and pieces to take off, because you would be losing a lot of that detail. But he really is. I was quite impressed. You know, as I say, people say, well, there's not a lot of movement apart from the cape billowing, but I actually really like this figure. It's a figure that if you were put off by someone like, say, that Batgirl is extremely skinny, there's a bit of gluing involved and filling, it could put you off, whereas as this one, it's one piece. It's a bit like the Arthur Weasley figure, you know, it's one piece. You really can't go wrong. Famous last words, I know, but yeah, no, really impressed. I'm going to enjoy painting him in the next few days. Again, he'll be going up for sale if anybody's interested. Little plug there. Now, he comes on, I don't know if you describe it as the old style base, but the one with the rocks in. I prefer this than the ones with where they put the moulded leaves on, because that really does look a bit out of place, but I don't know if I don't think he'll fit in actually, because he's got a bit of clag at the end of no, it's not going to, I don't think. But sometimes what I do is just get a very sharp scalpel and I go from the middle to the edges and just take a couple of mil off the tab itself, just so it sits a bit deeper, and put some filler on it. But no, very impressed with that figure. To say, as I say, it's a one piece. You know, I'm really looking forward to painting him, just because he just doesn't seem to be you know, there's no patchy clagginess, there's no residue on it. Maybe it's first one's out of the mould, I don't know. But just a quick say, obviously, because it's one of the early resin figures, it comes in the with the open-ended cards for those that are gamers. Also, it's got your Suicide Squad on there. But no, just on looking at the raw figure itself, I would highly recommend the figure, and I'm going to look forward to painting him. So guys, thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. It's always appreciated. You take care of yourselves, and we'll see each other soon on another video.